Welcome back to my favorite show, How Do I Win a Roblox Shooter Without Having to Get Better? Today, our segment will be Affordable Meta Guns, for those of you that are looking for a cheap advantage to improve your 0.5 overall KD. A good tried and true method to winning skill-based games is finding a way to bridge the gap between kills and your inability to get them. Most of the time, that bridge ends up being a weapon that makes the process easier. So much easier, some might say a baby could do it. I just don't know what the Pentagon would think about sending a baby to an active war zone. They probably wouldn't care. Actually, taxpayer dollars at work. Stay tuned to the end for my thoughts on the potential next meta weapons. Starting off our adventure in your mediocrity is our first weapon, the AUG-A2. The AUG family of assault rifles are well-known metas, and for a good reason. One of the few good things to come out of Austria, the AUG is a solid weapon in its default state alone, with 35 torso and 49 headshot up until 50 studs, where it drops to 20 and 28 at 135, and a good fire rate. It's nothing to scoff at. It truly shines, however, when you use the Delta Sight, Muzzle Brake, Pistol Grip, Green Laser, and 7.62 by 39 conversion, increasing its damage to 39.59 torso and 51.8 headshot, dropping after 61.11 studs to 25.68 and 33.6 damage after 135, while simultaneously being controllable and accurate. The AUG-3 is also a very viable weapon, however, the A2 has slightly more damage and is unlocked over 20 levels sooner than the A3, so it just makes more sense. The next contender up is an already well-established meta, but it's still worth mentioning due to it just being effective and an overall easy gun to use, the M16A3. With a solid 32 torso and 44.8 headshot up to 80 studs and 22 and 30.8 after 135, the M16A3 becomes a monster when paired with its attachments. Slapping a Delta Sight, Muzzle Brake, Folding Grip, and Blue Laser on, this becomes an incredibly easy rifle to use when you're past level 300 and don't know what to do with your life. Ammo conversions are optional on this one. 223 will make it a bit more accurate but decrease your damage by a little. 6.5 Grendel will increase your damage at close range but increase your recoil and not affect your medium and long range damage. And 25-45 Sharps will decrease your magazine size to 20, increase your range before damage fall off, and increase your headshot damage by 0.07 in the multiplier. So the ammo conversion you use is totally up to you if you want one. Following that is the Hammer IAR, which actually has some very unique stuff that I like. The big brother to the Scar L, this LMG does pretty much everything better, starting with 33 torso and 42 headshot up to 80 studs, dropping to 22 and 28 after 170, and with a new experimental heat feature. The gun begins to heat up under constant fire, which then causes the metals in the gun to expand and decrease the weapon's tolerances, which then increases the fire rate of the weapon, which means this performs better under pressure than you ever will. The Hammer IAR goes from a fire rate of 650 to 900 within the space of its 50-round magazine, increasing your fire rate almost 50%, and therefore increasing your DPS the more you fire. Attaching the T-Brake, Pistol Grip, and Blue Laser, this machine gun becomes almost an assault rifle. There's also an optional 30-round magazine, but that is purely optional to you if you want to save weight and move faster. Our final two are a little higher level and a little more expensive at levels 103 and 105, but I do think they're going to be up-and-coming metas, so they're worth mentioning. The AK-109 and the AK-107. I'm going to be talking primarily about the 107 because I personally prefer it and think it's more controllable and only has a small damage difference given it's chambered in 5.45 instead of 7.62. The 107 and 109 are both conversions of the AK-103 and 105, where they are fitted with the Bars barrel. The Bars barrel is an amazing attachment that completely changes everything about the gun, because we had to make aftermarket parts to actually make the Russian equipment useful. It negligibly decreases close range damage by 1 and adds that to the long range damage. It increases damage range, changes your recoil pattern, and increases your fire rate by whole 250. It gives you everything great about the AK and none of the bad, making your recoil pattern very flat and pretty much only horizontal recoil. With very easy to control single fire and blistering full auto fire and very accurate bursts, I must say, it becomes a serious threat to the enemy with a Delta Sight, Bars barrel, Blue Laser, and, hear me out, the Hera CQR grip. Believe it or not, this is one of the few guns the CQR grip makes a good difference on, making the recoil almost purely horizontal. Along with 33 torso and 46.2 headshot until 60 studs and 21 and 29.4 after 150 for the AK-107, along with 35.15 torso and 49.21 headshot until 34.8 studs, for some reason they had to get that specific, following to 24 and 33.6 after 139.4 studs for the AK-109. I personally love these rifles, and the 107 is my new personal main. They're not perfectly accurate, but they are fun and effective rifles that I think will catch on a little more. Anyway, these were the most affordable meta weapons in my opinion as of February 2024. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in the comments. Stay tuned for more ranting. Until then, see ya.